Good evening. The National Traffic and Safety Administration estimates 3,154 people killed and an additional 424,000 injured due to distracted driving in 2013 alone. Texting and emailing, of course, being the two most common. Now I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine a 6-year-old little boy being buried. Imagine seeing his mother, his father, and his siblings, and knowing not what to say or what to do. Well, for me, I don't have to imagine it. It was a fact in my life. He was my little cousin, and that memory will live with me for the rest of my life. Well, maybe for you, it wasn't your cousin. Maybe it was your wife, your husband, one of your children. Or maybe you yourself was that unlucky person who took someone's life so pointlessly. Just ponder that for a moment. Too many times I think we walk around with this false sense of security. Oh, this only happens to other people. Well, I text and I email while I'm driving sometimes, but not often, but I'm sure to pay close attention to the road when I do. Well, I'm sure those unlucky drivers who had hurt or killed someone thought the same thing too at one point. But they still ended up hurting someone or killing someone. Let's just say you never talk or text while you drive. And if you're one of those people, I commend you. But I still want your attention. How many times have you yourself been driving in your car and rode up along someone who was emailing or texting while they were driving? How many times were you cut off or nearly run off the road because of distracted driving? Well, if you're anything like me, one time is too many, right? I agree. The Safety Council cited that at least 28% of all vehicle crashes are caused by people driving and texting and using the cell phone alone. No other distractions included. So, I made it my mission to be here tonight to make sure that you and I don't become a statistic. This is a collaborative effort. Everyone needs to be accountable for his or herself while they're driving an automobile. Did you know that according to the National Occupant Protection Youth Surveys, at any given time in America, approximately 660,000 drivers are using cell phones or manipulating another electronic device while driving. And this particular number of 660,000 have stayed steady since 2010. Well, our friends at Parenting.com and AT&T wants us to consider two things. One, texting drivers are 23% more likely to be in an accident. That's 100,000 people in an accident last year while driving and texting. So, AT&T decided to come up with this app called Drive Mode. It goes along with the I Can Wait pledge. What this app does is disables your phone from receiving or sending text messages or emails. To me, this is common sense. When drivers are responsible and accountable, death and injury decrease substantially. So let's be honest for a moment. Think about the many times you yourself or your loved ones was driving while distracted, without consequence. Now, think about how incredibly lucky you are that no one was injured. Now think back to when it was a really close call. You know, that close call where you actually had to pull beside the road to collect yourself because you were too nervous to keep driving when it happened? Well, I want you to remember that moment. Not only remember that moment, I want that moment to become your driving force. When you go home tonight, I want you to talk to your loved ones, to your friends, to your neighbors. I want you to be as passionate as you feel right now because you're recalling this close call. And I want you to have them make a vow and a pledge that they will limit distractions and eliminate cell phone and emailing while driving. Now, I want you to consider something. I want you to imagine seeing you and your loved ones driving safely and responsibly. I want you to now imagine the pride that you feel because you yourself taught your loved ones and educated your neighbors and friends about safe driving. Imagine the pride you feel when you know that when you get behind the wheel, you are going to be vigilant about the road ahead. I took the liberty of posting some of the websites, which I think can help you along your journey. I also was sure to include the iPledge website. Please take time to talk to your loved ones, friends, and neighbors, and have them do the same. Have them make that pledge. As always, your insight is most valuable, and I welcome your comments. Thanks for listening, and be safe.